Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another meal prep video. This week, not only do I need something simple, but I need something where I do not need to slave over a hot stove. It's been way too hot. So this week I have recipes that you do not have to cook and you don't have to heat. For breakfast this week, we're having chocolate chip peanut butter overnight oats. And for lunch, we're gonna be having pizza pinwheels. I don't have any dinner kits to do this week, and my snacks are gonna be very simple as well. If you're new here, I follow the Weight Watchers program, but I also share calories on my channel as well. I'll be meal prepping for my husband and I, so you'll see me making 6 breakfasts and 6 lunches. As always, all the recipes will be linked down in the description box below, as well as links to some of the items that I use, like my meal prep containers and things like that. I try to link those below. So let's jump right into this week's meal prep. Alright, for breakfast this week, I'm doing chocolate chip peanut butter overnight oats, but I'm going to do these a little different. Normally these come out to 234 calories, and I think normally they're 4 points now with the new program. But I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to put a half a cup of oats in it this time, and instead of the unsweetened almond milk, I'm going to use a vanilla Premier protein. That is going to bring the calories up to 390, the points to 6, and it's going to give it 29 grams of protein. Okay, so I'm going to add all the dry ingredients together first. So I'm adding in 1/2 cup of oats into each one. And you can use whatever oats you want. I've used old-fashioned oats, I've used the quick oats. To me, it doesn't make a difference. So whichever ones you prefer. So half a cup of the oats. I'm also adding half a tablespoon of chia seeds. I use the Better Body Foods chia seeds. For half a tablespoon of that, it's 0 points. I'm also adding a teaspoon of Lakanto Golden, which is basically like a brown sugar substitute. And then I'm also adding in 2 tablespoons of PB2. And then I'm just going to give those dry ingredients a stir. So a couple other changes I'm doing. I usually use the Lakanto maple flavored syrup in this. I usually put 1 tablespoon in each cup, but I think I'm going to leave this out because it seems to me that when I used the Premier Protein before, it made it too sweet. So that combined with all the sweetener, it was too sweet. So I'm going to leave this out for now, and if we decide that we want it, chances are I probably won't want it, but my husband does like his pretty sweet, so he may add it, but you can always just drizzle that over it the day that you have it. So I'm not going to put that on right now. And the other thing too is I usually use, whenever I use the unsweetened almond milk, I will also use a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So because I'm using the vanilla Premier Protein, I'm going to leave the vanilla extract out. So I'm going to just do a half of a bottle of these. For these, it's 3 points for 1 container, and if you're counting calories, it's 160 calories. I'm just going to do about half of one in each dish. That's going to be 1 point. If you can get the pure protein, which usually I can find the pure protein at Walmart, but they didn't have it this week, so they substituted this. But if you can get the pure protein, that's only 1 point for the whole bottle, so you could use however much you want. So I've got it on my scale. I'm just going to weigh, each one of these bottles is 11 ounces, so I'm just going to weigh out about 5.5 ounces in each dish, just so I can get a little bit more accurate. But something I always mention with overnight oats is they are so versatile. Honestly, you can tweak the points. You can make it however many points you want just by making some different modifications based on your likes. So play around with them, find the flavors that you like. So many different things that you can do with overnight oats. So as you can see, there's spots of powder. So you want to make sure that you check the dish and just kind of make sure that's all mixed in. And these are actually a little bit more liquidy than I usually do with my oats, but they should thicken up. When I've been making my oats lately, they've been really thick, and we've usually been adding a little bit of unsweetened almond milk. And also keep in mind, usually when I do unsweetened almond milk, I only use 4 ounces, and with the Premier Protein this time I used 5.5. So, but like I said, with those chia seeds should really thicken this up. So now I'm going to add some Lily's white chocolate chips. For these, you can have 17 for 1 point or 29 for 2. I'm going to do the 17 for the 1 point. If you're counting calories for these, you can have 30 chips for 50 calories. So I've actually got my 17 over here on each of the tops. Whoop. and they fell into that one, so we'll just put in that. If you prefer, you could just wait and add the chocolate chips to the top of it the day that you have it. Completely up to you. With overnight oats, I just put these in my fridge, and then I take them out and eat them the way that they are. So I prefer them cold, but if you prefer them warm, you can definitely just pop them in your microwave for about 30 seconds, stir them up, and then maybe pop them back in depending how your microwave cooks. So that's our breakfast. Like I said, these are going to be 6 points the way that I made it, and 390 calories and 29 grams of protein. So this is just letting them sit for about an hour. Like I said, they really thicken up. Okay, for lunch today, again, no cooking. I just want something simple. I want something that is cool for the hot weather. So I am doing pizza pinwheels. I think it's been a while since I've made these. So for these, I'm going to use the Extreme Wellness high fiber wraps. So for these, the way that they are on my website, they're 237 calories, but I use Paleo part skim mozzarella. And today I'm going to use some fat-free mozzarella. I'm going to use 20 grams, which is 0 points. If you're counting calories, this is 45 calories for 28 grams, which is a quarter cup. I weighed it out though, and the 20 grams is pretty much a quarter cup. Also, it calls for 1/8 of a cup of Prego traditional sauce. That's just what we like. That's 1 point, but you definitely could use like marinara, some type of 0 point sauce if you want. Actually, I may just use marinara for mine. Usually we just put that in a cup on the side anyway. Also on the recipe it says Publix turkey pepperoni. For today I have Hormel turkey pepperoni, which is the same. It's 12 slices for 1 point. And that's it. And then an ounce of reduced fat ricotta cheese. So I'm going to get my green pepper chopped up. We like it pretty minced on this, but chop it however you like. So I'm going to chop that up. I also have some roasted red bell peppers. They're just the ones that are already roasted in the jar, but I'm just going to chop those up just a little bit. I already have my pepperoni already portioned out. I have the 6 servings of 12 slices of pepperoni. All right, I decided I'm going to leave the roasted red bell peppers out. And the only reason for that is because of the liquid in them. I'm afraid that it's going to make the wrap soggy. So I'm just going to leave the red peppers out for this one. I'm just going to add the green. So what I usually do is just weigh out the ricotta cheese in a bowl. I just weigh the whole 6 ounces. So I'm making 6 of these, 3 for me, 3 for my husband. So I just weigh the whole 6 ounces and then just kind of eyeball it and spread it out on the wrap. After I spread the ricotta cheese, I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder and basil. Then just sprinkle the mozzarella cheese. If you want your cheese melted, you could put it in the microwave for a few seconds at this point, but we just eat it cold. Then I'm just adding the pepperoni and vegetables. And again, feel free to use whatever you want in these. Then just roll it up into a pinwheel shape and slice it however you want to slice it. Okay, so let me show you what they look like. So that's what they look like. And like I said, you just dip them in sauce. They're really good. So now I'm just putting those in the meal prep containers, and I'll put my marinara in next to it and also my cottage cheese. Then I'm just adding my sauce into little containers. Like I said, I'm going to use 1/8 of a cup of the Prego. I was going to open a jar of marinara for me just to save myself a point, but I already have the Prego open for my husband, so I'm just going to take the point and do the Prego. So these are going to come out to 5 points. Like I said, if you use a 0 point marinara, which is before, and it's only going to be 188 calories. So I am going to pair these with some cottage cheese. I've got some Good Culture cottage cheese, the reduced fat Good Culture, my favorite. These are 2 points for container, but this is really going to bulk it up a little bit because it's 120 calories and 19 grams of protein for this. With adding the cottage cheese, it's going to bring the calories up to about 300. Okay, so that's my lunch. Now, another thing that I will sometimes do is just make a little side salad to have with it. So I just have the little side salad combined with this. It is so good. I wasn't sure if my top would fit on, but it does. I kind of have to push it down, but it does seal even with that cottage cheese. But I'll also put the top on the pasta sauce, but I just keep these off for the picture at the end. So like I said, 5 points for the roll-ups and the pasta sauce, since mine is 1, and then it's 2 points for the cottage cheese. So the total for me is going to be 7 points and right about 300 calories. For snacks this week, I didn't end up going and getting any more fruit, so we're gonna make do with what we have. I still have a banana left. I've got 3 apples and I've got some kiwi, and I have a bunch of frozen fruit, which I've been using with this Chobani Zero Sugar Toasted Coconut Vanilla Yogurt. These are only 1 point and 60 calories, and they are so good in a smoothie. So I've pretty much been having my fruit that way, having it frozen. Just with it being hot in the summertime, I really look forward to a smoothie. I also have these Baby Bell light cheeses. These are 2 points each, and I can't remember the calories. I think they're 50 calories, but 2 points. And then I also have a few things of carrots that I already have portioned out in my fridge, so I just took one of them out. So I have those, and then our breakfast and our lunches. So that's my meal prep this week. No slaving over a hot stove and no heating during the week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.